Hey everybody, welcome to Super Chicks. I'm Kim.
Hey, I'm Tara.
And we are cooking up a ground beef storm in here.
We are. We're jazzing up some beef, baby.
We are, and we want to get right to the business because we got 3 recipes to show you.
We do.
So today we're going to start with the soup, of course.
Yep. One of our family favorites is a pasta fajoule. We love it when we go out to dinner. That's one thing that I always order. So we're going to give you a more heartier homemade version today.
And I will chop up some herbs for you real
great.
quick.
That would be wonderful. Okay, we started with 1 onion, 2 carrots, and 2 stalks of celery that we chopped up small, bite-sized. We're sauteing those off with some olive oil. And we've got 3, count them 3, garlic cloves here that we chopped small. Now, you don't want to add your garlic until the very end because it might burn on you a little bit. We do not want that. I browned off 1.5 pounds of ground beef earlier. So I'm going to add that at this point. Get that married in here, get that mixing around. Alright, now we've got 2 cans of tomato sauce. Dump that right in. We're going to add 8 cups of water. And we're going to let this simmer for a little bit. And then we're going to add our pasta. I use a small pasta of ditalini. Okay, and we're also going to add 1 can of cannellini beans that I've drained, as well as 1 can of light red kidney beans. Always drain my beans and rinse them before we add them to the soup.
You know, this is one of those soups that is so hearty. You know, it's a hearty soup. It has the beans and the meat and the pasta in it, and it serves as a complete meal.
It does, yeah. I don't cook anything else with this. I usually have a salad, maybe, some bread. That's about it. It is definitely hearty. So we're going to let that simmer for about 10-15 minutes. It's going to be tasty. And then we're going to add the pasta.
Okay, so I am cutting up, what am I doing? Some basil?
Okay. You're doing some basil, some parsley, and marjoram. I don't like to add that until the very end because we are using fresh herbs. And if we add them too early, you're never going to taste them. So I like to add that at the very end.
Now, if they don't have fresh herbs.
Yeah, if you have dried, that's perfect. Go ahead and add them when we're adding all the sauce and the water. So you can add your own, I would say a teaspoon of dried parsley, a teaspoon of basil, dried basil, and maybe half a teaspoon of dried marjoram. That would be perfect.
And these give such a good flavor to the soup.
It does.
So good.
It does. It makes it, really adds to the end result. If you don't add any herbs, you're going to be able to taste it in the long run. You definitely need that.
Alright, so I'm going to finish this up.
Okay.
We're going to have that on simmer.
Alrighty.
That's what we're having for lunch, right?
Yes, I can't wait.
Now, you know, we're super chicks because we're super. But we're more than just soups.
That's right, yes.
We want to show you guys a lot of casserole dishes, desserts, salads,
some breakfast dishes.
There's so many that we want to show you. And I'm going to start with one of my all-time favorites. This casserole that I have in the oven. This will be a go-to ground beef breast. Wake up in the middle of the night and you're like,
you're craving it.
I've got to have it, you know. So, but I have it in the oven. It does take a little bit of time to cook this one. About 2 hours, but it is so worth it. I have it in the oven. We got about 5-7 minutes left on it. I want to tell you really quick how we did this.
Okay, yeah.
We peeled first 3 large potatoes. You can do 4 medium if you have it. And then peeled 6 carrots and prepped 1 medium onion. We sliced that really kind of thin. You want all your vegetables to be around the same slicing because they're going to cook evenly.
Right.
So we sliced that, got that all prepared. Onions, potatoes, and carrots. This is what I kind of call a poor man's roast. You know, you ain't got time to do a real roast. This is like the poor man's roast. So, and then I'm using my Dutch oven. I oiled it so that it wouldn't, but you do need a deep casserole dish.
Yes.
And at the same time, you were browning the beef, right?
That's right, I was. 1.5 pounds of beef.
Yeah, 1.5 pounds. And so then I just started layering. Potatoes, carrots, onions, twice. Potatoes, carrots, onions. Place the 1.5 pounds of ground beef, browned and drained already on top. And then I did the secret killer ingredient, which is the kind of roux gravy base that you're going to pour over this and cook it. And that is what I want to show you guys really quick.
That's what really makes the dish.
It is. It was my own little twist on it. I sat in the kitchen one day and I was like, I'm going to make up something to go on this. And this was it. y'all will not be disappointed. It's not very hard to do, but it does have a little bit of ingredients. Not a lot though. Should be staple ingredients you have in your home. So this is what I want to show you guys, very much so. Okay, so we made the cream sauce, we poured it over the casserole, we put it in the oven, preheated 350 degrees for 2 hours. It is worth it. Cover it for 2 hours, and it is just...
It would be great for Sunday night because you'd have leftovers all week.
And you can prep this beforehand and refrigerate it, and then put it in the oven.
That's true. That would save a lot of time.
You can already prepare it ahead of time and refrigerate it.
That sounds good. Add the ditalini pasta really quick. The soup has been simmering. You can really smell that tomato base. It smells great. I'm going to add 1.5 cups of ditalini pasta. It's just a small, it's a tubular shaped pasta. I mean, you can use elbow if you want. Anything just small. So we're going to just mix this in. I'm going to wait to add the herbs because I don't want to put those in just yet. One thing I am going to add, which is a really neat trick.
I love this.
I like the Parmigiano Reggiano. I get them at the wholesale club, the large chunks. And you have the rind. You get down to the very end of the rind. You don't want to throw that away. Save it, put it in your freezer in a baggie. You can put it in your soup, and all the rest of the Parmesan that's on that rind will melt.
That's it. I love, I mean, we're kind of frugal family, you know? We're the regular family that lives, you know.
I clip coupons.
Yes, absolutely. So any little tip like that is great because normally, you know, it would probably just be thrown away and...
Yeah, and it's a waste. I grew up, my mom was always big on not wasting anything, so I find that hard to, I can't just throw something away.
We're like old school, for real. We're finally going to bring you the pepper recipe. So we're going to run through this pepper recipe with you really quick. It's super easy. And it's really good. We've tried a lot of peppers.
We have tried a lot of stuffed pepper recipes. So
we have kids, and you know, stuffed pepper isn't always the kid-friendliest meal.
It's not.
But this one is. It is for us, at least.
Yeah.
So we do something a little special with our peppers.
We do.
We like our peppers. So what do we do with them?
We like to let them soak in a bath.
Yes.
Everybody needs a good soak.
Yeah. We give them a little hot tub action. You know what I mean? So we have a 9x13 casserole dish.
Yeah.
And we gave this little bath first for them.
We started with 1 can of diced tomatoes, and we added 1/2 cup of water and 1.5 cups salsa. Now we have 2 cups total, but we're just going to add 1.5 cups for the bath. Get that mixed up in your casserole dish there.
Kind of like mix it up. Then we quartered and, well, we didn't quarter. We cut in half 4 peppers. We're using yellow, orange, and red today. They're a little sweeter.
They are. They're prettier.
Yeah, and our kids really like them.
They do.
So we have 8 halves total, cut lengthwise. And this is like 4 to 6 servings. My husband would say like 2. But you know, this is quite a lot of peppers.
Yes.
So, and then I started working on the meat.
Yeah.
The meat mixture. 1.5 pounds of lean ground beef. You want to use lean because you can't drain the beef after it's done.
No,
here,
do not use a ground chuck for this. You know, spend a little bit of extra money on that. Because
Yeah.
you cannot, you're going to have a greasy pepper. You don't want that.
Yeah. And then 1.5 to 2 cups of cooked brown rice. I used about 1.5 for this one. 1 sauteed onion.
Yep.
And then the rest of the salsa.
That's right. Half cup of salsa, and then we added our seasonings.
Yeah, seasonings and 2 eggs.
2 eggs.
Okay, so the 2 eggs, then I'm just like mixing it up and loving it, you know. And then tell us about the seasonings that we put in there.
We have 2 teaspoons chili powder, 1 teaspoon garlic, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon cracked pepper.
And then I just mixed it up and loved it and just just massaging that meat then pounded it into little balls and then stuffed it in our peppers.
Yeah.
We have a preheated oven, 350. We're gonna pop this in there.
All right.
And then
You want to check on that soup?
oh yeah, we need to check on the soup.
We gotta have
But
our
at the very end, when this is done, about 40 minutes, until your peppers are tender, and then this cheese goes on top of it.
That's really what makes the dish at the end.
Mhm.
Well, you want to take your bath at that point, scoop it up, ladle it, and put it all over your peppers.
Yeah, again.
Moisten them.
And then you're going to take the 2 cups of, this is Mexican blend, Colby Jack, you could use whatever,
Yeah.
and then just mound that cheese up on all those peppers.
Don't be shy.
Yeah, put it back in the oven, let the cheese melt, you're done. So I'm going to pop that in the oven really quick
Okay.
while you finish
Yeah,
the
let it
soup.
get cooking.
Okay.
All right. So this soup has been simmering away. We added our pasta, which is the ditalini, and you're going to let that simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. At this point, I'm going to pull out my little Parmesan rind because it's done its business. It's added all its flavor.
Cheesy goodness.
Yep. I'm going to just set that to the side over there. Okay, now I'm going to add our herbs that we chopped up earlier. Really, at this point, let it simmer for a few more minutes so they can, you know, add their flavor to the soup. But then it's ready to serve. And it looks gorgeous, if the soup can look gorgeous.
Oh, a soup can look gorgeous, and that certainly does. Man, it looks so good. I can't wait to taste all these. We have them quite often, but it seems like every time we cook them is like the first time
It
again.
is.
Yeah,
It
'cause
is.
they're we just want to like get in there and eat them.
I never get
And
tired of it.
what's great is that we don't have, well, it's not great not to have your kids around, but
Oh, yeah.
it is
It's
right
just
now.
It's just us girls.
Yeah, because Mama gets to eat first today.
That's
you
right.
know.
Then we don't have to fix their plates.
Yeah, Mama usually don't get to eat first, but Mama does today. So, an excellent soup recipe. The beef,
Excellent. All the recipes are.
Mhm.
They're really good.
the po man's roast. I promise you, it will be middle of the night wanting some of that. The peppers are in the oven,
They are.
and we're ready to chow down
Yeah,
some.
we're going to
So
get some soup.
stay tuned for more super awesome recipes from Super Chicks.
Yeah.
Look for our new blog.
Yeah,
coming
coming
out,
soon.
right?
Yay!
I'm so excited. Superchicks.com.
I cannot wait for you guys to see it.
But in the meantime, stay tuned to Facebook.com/Superchicks. SOUPER Chicks. And we just thank you guys so much. We love to cook. We love doing our one pot dishes. We have so much more to offer you guys, and we can't wait to share more with you.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
Thank you for visiting.
Yep. See you guys later.
All right,
Bye.
Fist pump.
Fist pump.